Last time on the program, our main character became #sad and was sent to the program. There, she takes every pill that they hand her and does whatever they say. She's totally fine with it. The thing she isn't fine with is that they aren't taking her fashion sense into account. She meets a weird boy named Realm who wants her to play cards, and I am deeply, deeply suspicious of him. Look at that. I think I'm nearly halfway through. I'm here on the day when I should be playing Mass Effect, but I need to keep reading this because I need to have content. I also have my mom chocolate bark thins here, so you know it's a relaxing Saturday. We're having another therapy session where she's encouraged to talk about her boyfriend. I really hope there's a payoff for why her boyfriend is so important. This time the doctor is asking her if she and James had sex and whether they used protection, and I'm like, gosh, I really hope this has anything to do with anything. I'm skimming at this point. We're just once again rehashing her love with James, her relationship, how they got together. I do not care. Cares! So finally that session is over, and she wakes up in her room with the creepy handler hovering over her. And he says, "I'm not going to hurt you. I only like the willing." In case we were of any doubt that he was creepy.
See, morbid and creepifying, I got no problem with. Long as she does it quiet like.
He makes her an offer, basically, have sex with me and I will help you retain a memory when you escape from here. But she's like, fuck off. This does, however, make her realize that she is losing memories. She can't remember how she got the ring that James gave her. Honestly, the faster she can forget about James, the happier I'll be, because just reliving all of her sweet memories with this boy make me want to kick puppies. She thinks about turning the creepy guy in for being creepy, but then she's like, no, what if he can help me? And I'm like, bitch, just turn him in. You have absolutely no evidence that he can do anything helpful. He just wants to have sex with you. Yeah, she's not upset that she might lose memories of her parents, memories of her childhood, even memories of her beloved brother. The only memories she's upset about losing are of her boyfriend.
Don't worry, it's treatable. Being a bitch, though. Nothing we can do about that.
And we are on to the next chapter. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the sleazy handler's name is Roger, which is a choice.
My name is Roger the Shrubber. I arrange, design, and sell shrubberies.
She says spot Realm, and now I'm like, is Realm maybe a figment of her imagination or something? Like something, I'm so desperate for something to be going on. Are Realm and Roger the same person because they have the same R name? You know, like I really want something to be going on besides the girl recounts memories of her boyfriend and then those memories are gone. Please let there be some sort of wacky twist.
Get used to disappointment.
She had mentioned offhandedly to one of the doctors that the reason she's not eating is that she misses fast food and she just wants some chicken nuggets. And now suddenly Realm has chicken nuggets.
That's suspicious.
In my opinion, he is 100% a plant put here to make her feel like better and safer in the program. She finally has a memory about her parents. I mean, I guess that's one way to retain all your other memories, is if you only ever tell your evil therapist about your boyfriend. The evil therapist is pretty obsessed with her boyfriend, to be fair. But she's like, oh yeah, Dad used to take us to McDonald's when we were little. We always begged to go. And it's like, oh, so you do remember that you had other people in your life who loved you. Why do they only feed them crappy food here? Of course, even Realm is asking about James, because he apparently read her chart and saw that the doctor had marked down that she was craving fast food, and that's why he got her the nugs. But now he's like, also, I saw James's name, who's James. Like, everybody is so obsessed with her boyfriend.
She needs to sort out her priorities.
They run into a nurse who gives our main character another pill. The red-haired girl comes back again because, like we iterated before, she has memory problems, so she doesn't remember them refusing her last time. I hope that this is also going to be a plot point. Oh, our main character finally thinks of Miller, once again remembering that there's a world besides her boyfriend. Don't worry though, Realm is here to take her back to her room like the nice boy that he is. On the way back to her room, they spot the creepy guard, so Realm takes her to his room and lays her in his bed and even gives her a little smooch on the forehead. So Realm is definitely ingratiating himself to her very quickly, and I am suspicious suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
But I'll catch you next time because I am gonna go play Mass Effect now. Whoa, my hair's a different color. But I have a Capri Sun. Jealous? We're still going. She's just at the program now. Possibly forever. What is the plot? What is the plot of this book? Is the plot just, will she ever get back to her boyfriend who she loves so much? Like, this is the plot of your dystopian. I really miss my boyfriend, and these bad people keep making me forget about my boyfriend. So we wake to Realm being super guy again. He is pinning the creepy guard against the wall, presumably because the creepy guard was probably trying to creep on the main character again.
We got a new dance, so get up on your feet. It's real easy to do, and it's called the creep.
I'm just going to point it out here because you know this is a pet peeve of mine. Words that don't need to be there. Trim up your book. Make it a little bit classier. Her heart is always pounding in her chest. My heart pounds in my chest. In my chest is redundant. Where else would your heart pound? These are just little tidbits that you can do with your book. Get rid of those unnecessary words. Because if you get rid of those words, you free up word count for more important, better words that make your story beautiful. Also, our main character just doesn't eat. Like, she ate one meal because she was told it would make the drugs less potent, so she tried it, but it didn't seem to work, and now she's just gone back to starving herself. So I guess also trigger warning for eating disorders. This book has everything. It's like the shit that keeps on crapping. So one of the things about the redheaded girl who has memory issues is that she survived taking quick death, which our main character did not think was possible. And I'm suspicious of that as well. I don't know if it's going to turn out that maybe that wasn't what she did or something, but I don't believe or trust anyone here, so she's thinking about the whole quick death thing, and then she's like, oh yeah, I used to have a friend named Miller. What the fuck happened to him? And she realizes she doesn't remember what happened to Miller. So Tabitha literally just came over to remind our main character that she had attempted to take quick death and failed. So Tabitha, the redhead, literally just came into this scene to remind our main character of the friend whose memory was wiped, and then Tabitha just fucked off again. I've mentioned this before, but when you're writing characters, yes, some characters are mostly there because they're necessary for the plot. But the key to writing a compelling book is to make it feel like that character isn't just there for the plot. Do something with Tabitha besides having her conveniently come up to remind our main character of something in the main character's story, and then having Tabitha just fuck off. Like, she has done the job she needs to do, she can leave now. It makes it very obvious. Your readers can see the seams. She has decided that she needs to escape. We'll see how long this lasts. She knew going into the program that they erase people's memories. But now she's been here for days and realized that they are doing the very thing she knew they were going to do. And only now is she like, oh fuck, I need to escape. Bitch, you knew going in that they take your memories. Why weren't you trying to escape the whole time? What the fuck does this guard do? The creepy guard, again, he came to her school and watched her relentlessly. Now he works in the facility. But now she just found him in a cleaning closet counting and inventorying toilet paper. What is his job? Are they just horribly understaffed at the program, and so the security guards just have to do everything? Like he's a janitor when he's not hovering creepily around her? Or was he always a janitor and he's just very confused about what his job is, and he would just go to her school and watch her? So she decides what she needs to do is talk to creepy guard, because obviously you should believe him. So they go to her room and he locks the door, and she's like, can you really give me back my memories? And he's like, no, I can't give them back, but I can help you hold on to the ones you have. So the science here is just on point. I hope that all of you will be paying attention here as I read you the science. Allow me to push up my nerd glasses. I am certain that all of the top scientists of the world would agree that this is high quality science. Antigens, she asks. The little yellow pills you take, he says. It seeks out your memories, the ones that are targeted by Dr. Warren. First you take the red, a sort of truth serum, if you will. And while you talk, it acts like a dye, attaching itself to the thoughts. Then you take the yellow pill to wipe them away. So, to be clear, the red pill acts like a dye that attaches itself to your thoughts. And then the yellow pill wipes those thoughts away. And that is just science.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
She is shooketh that Dr. Warren lied to her about what the pills do. This girl, why is it always the dumb bitches? Like, I need to know. In these books, this reminds me so much of The Cellar. If you haven't watched that read along, go watch it. Where, like, these girls are just so... What is the opposite of savvy? I get, like, naive, but naive implies an innocence that I can forgive. These girls are just obvious things that they should be able to figure out. They're just like, what? They're lying to me? What? He's a murderer? They're always shocked. But he has a purple pill. Again, science, flawless. He has a purple pill that if she takes it, she can hang on to like a stray memory of her choice. So much research must have gone into this section. I really applaud the author for how thoughtfully they went into all of this scientific stuff.
Sarcasm? You think?
At least she's not shocked that he wants sex in return for the pill. I thought for sure she was going to be like, what? You want sex? When, you know, it's been fairly obvious, but at least she understands that that is the price that he wants for the pill. He wants the girlfriend treatment though. First he wants a little smoochy smooch. He wants affection.
Get your knees flexing and your arms T-rexing and creep.
Also, this guy is just carrying this pill around. He has this purple magic pill. Sorry, science pill. Always has it ready in case somebody wants to trade him sex for this pill. So he wants a kiss, but he's like, I get to choose how long, and it's definitely gonna have tongue. So she's forced to do that, which is a plot point that I absolutely hate. So he assaults her, he starts to feel her up, she eventually gets sick of it and knees him, and then he leaves, but he's like, next pill you want, you're gonna have to do more. So that's great, I love that.
For God's sake, Sheldon, do I have to hold up a sarcasm sign every time I open my mouth?
You have a sarcasm sign?
Alright, next chapter, probably fairly short. You know the drill. Short chapters. That also reminds me of The Cellar. I wonder if this book was also a Wattpad sensation. Simon & Schuster, what are you doing? Get your shit together. By the way, if you're hearing scuttly, crinkly noises, the ferrets are out and they're just playing. Sloane decides the memory that she's going to hold on to is a memory of the photograph of her brother and James, which I guess isn't the worst idea, because if you remember a photograph, then the photograph can give you a lot of clues within itself. I don't think that's why she's doing it. We have a little toy that sounds like a birdie. I don't think that's why she's doing it, but that's kind of not the worst idea. The pill gives her like a abrupt migraine and she pukes on the floor, and I'm like, what does she puke? She doesn't eat. She never eats anything, but apparently she's got enough in her to puke. She cleans it up with toilet paper. Have you ever tried to clean up puke with toilet paper? That must have taken forever. Finally, she goes to sleep without taking the pills. So at least now, it's taken her long enough, but at least now she's figured out that maybe this place is bad and doesn't have her best interests at heart.
Think, McFly, think.
She refuses to take the pill, and then an orderly comes in and jabs her with a needle instead. I mean, we had to know something like that was going to happen, but hey, at least our main character is starting to be a little bit proactive. Finally, it's taken her this long. I want to know if the liquid in the syringe is also red, and then the other one is yellow. This lady is not wrong. She's evil, but she's not wrong. She says that the main character and James were codependent, and the main character's like, we're not codependent, we're in love. And I'm like, oh no, you were codependent. Wait a minute, that's not correct. So Sloane tells the story of the first time that she and James had sex. I don't care. But then she says that he doesn't remember her, and she says, I'm all alone now. And then it says, you're not alone, Dr. Warren asks. There's no question mark there. I was like, maybe they mean in the next sentence, I'm not saying James is a bad guy. No question mark there either. She didn't ask shit. And then she refuses to take the yellow pill and gets another jab in the arm for her troubles. And that's the end of that chapter, and we are to the part of the book where it feels like I'm perpetually walking in place. This happens every time I do a read-along. But hopefully now Salome has finally decided that these people are bad. She will actually start to, like, do things.
Get used to disappointment.
But we'll get through it together, I hope. I hope people are actually watching this. I'll see you for the next chapter. Welcome back to my darkened living room. It's looking stormy outside, but Nigel is here, so everything's okay. So this is like unintentional on the book's part. Each chapter begins with the first paragraph being in all caps and bolded. I don't know why, but I think it's just like a style thing. The first sentence is Sloane, a voice whispers, except for it's in all caps and bolded, so it looks like Sloane, a voice whispered! Realm is in her room in the middle of the night, and uh-oh, he's got a black eye. She's getting very attached to him, though. She immediately hugs him and tells him that she was so lonely.
No, don't like that.
It's breakfast time, and once again she's not eating breakfast. This girl just never eats, and she's fine. Well, at least for like a week, she keeps fighting taking the pills, so obviously Roger, the evil guard, is a villain in this story, but he still gives off the vibe that he could be turned into an enemies to lovers type romance in a future sequel, because like I have read books like that. I'm not here for it, but it's a thing that happens in these YA books. But now he's gone to her school and is keeping an eye on her ex-boyfriend. Does make me wonder though, because of course she's being saved by Realm again. What is a YA book if a girl is not about to be assaulted and then saved by a cute boy? It is such a like convenient way to make you hate the bad guy and like the good guy, but it's also incredibly cheap and just kind of insulting, really. So I'm going to try to avoid it if at all possible, but this book just keeps doing it over and over again. Anyway, it does make me wonder, because I'm very suspicious of Realm, if he is like the good cop and Roger is the bad cop, and they're both just like playing these parts to like fuck with her for whatever reason. Oh, and then she's like, can't walk, so Realm has to princess carry her back to her room. So she's not eating, again, she never eats, and Realm is like, here, have some of my food, like, you need to eat something, or they're going to flag you again. And do what? Like, how does it get worse? You're already in the program. Can they put you in the program? Like, what is... She says she doesn't have very many memories left. James was your boyfriend for a long time, and you knew him for years before that. And you mean to tell me that in, like, 3 weeks, they have eliminated all of your memories, almost all of them? I just don't understand how this works, with the therapy being the thing that deletes the memories.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
And we're on to the next chapter. So they go back to Realm's room, and because he's a total white knight, you know, he's not going to try anything, but he's like, what did that mean bad guard do to you? And she tells him all about the pill trade, and he's like, the pill won't work because out of context you'll never know to bring up the memory, but I think if it's the only memory she has left, you won't need context. Like, it's literally the only thing you remember. She started telling us, the reader, that she doesn't have romantic feelings for Realm. Even as she's doing very romantic, like, things, like they're sitting together, they're touching their foreheads together, and she's like, I don't have romantic feelings for him, but I'm like, I don't believe you. Maybe he'll turn out to be gay, but now they're laying on his bed and he's playing with her hair and they're, like, spooning, so... Realm goes to kiss her, so obviously he has the feels, but she is like, no, he's not James. But he, being the perfect white knight that he is, continues to cuddle her, even though she refused his kiss. Alright, well that chapter was really short, so I'll probably read the next one. So Realm has 2 more weeks here, and she has a week and a half after that. 2 months, max, to make you forget every memory you've ever had in your entire life. She's like, don't leave because I'll be stuck here with Roger. And he's like, I'll never let Roger touch you again, I swear. So is he gonna, like, get back? He should get flagged back into the program just so he can make sure that Roger isn't a dickhead. The doctor claims that she's gained a pound, but I don't believe it. We never see her eat. We never see her eat, but we're constantly told that she doesn't. The therapist is badgering her about James again, because that's all they care about. And the therapist is like, what if James didn't love you? And the main character's like, he could never not love me. Of course he loves me. And then they give her a second dose of the medication. Now that she's got the second shot in her, we're going to go back to talking about the boyfriend. This whole middle section of the book is just dealing with rapey guy, talking to Realm and therapy sessions about James. Repeat forever. Also, does the drug only make her forget the memories that she says out loud? Because she just thought about how her mom slapped her in a weird situation. It's not really important. But she didn't say that out loud. Does she still lose the memory of her mom slapping her, or does she only lose it if she tells it to the therapist? Like, why is the talking to the therapist a necessary part of this memory exercise? I don't understand a lot of things that are happening at the end of this chapter. So instead of the usual yellow pill, they give her a black pill, which she just takes. That's fine. And then the doctor is like, say goodbye to James. Why would you say that? Why would you reveal that that's about what's about to happen? But also, like, why didn't you just give her the black pill, like, immediately, if it's the thing that actually erases the memories, whatever the black pill fucking does. And she realizes, and she jams her fingers down her throat and makes herself vomit up the black pill, but then of course the nurse just comes in and injects her with something. So like, why didn't you just skip that step and inject her? Why did you tell her that this was the pill that was going to make her forget her boyfriend? So many dumb things happening all at once. That's the end of that chapter. Oh no, is James gone? We don't know. We'll find out in another chapter. I kind of hope he is, so we can stop just talking about him and having flashbacks to their romantic teenage moments that make me feel gross. I'll see you next time. Stop. Patron time. Alright, I'll just read you the patrons. Rainfall, Kit, Hidden Glade, Persephone, Light Julie, OS, Anna C, Anna W, Belle, Patrick Murphy, Anne Sophie, Lennox, Callison, Ray, Artemis, Shelby, Zaire, Jesper, Irene, Scribbling Cat, Savvy, Jenny, Amanda, Lisa, and Sarah. Those are sure some pretty awesome patrons. I bet you're jealous, but they're mine. You can't have them.
There is a pestilence upon this land. Nothing is sacred. Even those who arrange and design shrubberies are under considerable economic stress at this period in history.
Did you say shrubberies?
Yes. Shrubberies are my trade. I am a shrubber. My name is Roger the Shrubber.